Early in the morning in the town of Fethiye in Turkey on the Mediterranean coast. I've just arrived here, and close to this town there's the town of Kayaköy. It used to be a city where Greeks lived, but now it's abandoned. So after I get a little coffee in me, let's go and see if we can get there and explore. Completely by accident I ran into my friend Max again in the hostel today, and he showed me this ancient Greek tomb that's right in the middle of the road. The cars have got to pass by either side of it. Look at that. That's something. We're gonna walk to the old Greek town of Kayaköy. So let's go. We haven't left Fethiye yet, but here you can see that Greek civilization must have lived in this place for a very long time. They built some tombs here in the rocks in a very Hellenistic style. If you're a real big ancient Greek king, you get a tomb with a view. Look at that. Leaving the town of Fethiye behind down there in the valley, already found the first abandoned Greek building. It seems to be a little chapel. Let's see what it looks like inside. Very small chapel, very tight wall just around it, and it's open, so we can definitely go in. By the looks of it, it's been used as a drinking place, perhaps as a sleeping place as well. Kayaköy, 5 more kilometers that way. Let's keep going. Just outside of Fethiye, found this mysterious structure. Reminds me a lot of Albania. And the bunker is there, but it doesn't seem to be a bunker. It doesn't have anything to shoot out of. Only one hole to enter. If you look down, you can see, I think you can see on the camera, yes. You can see it's pretty deep as well. Max's theory is that it was used for storage of ice, so you could keep things cool over summer. Much bigger. It looks much bigger on the inside than on the outside. The path has taken us a bit off the road, and we've got a storm coming in about 80 minutes. And to make things even worse, there's a tree right here blocking the path. How are we ever going to get past this? How are we ever going to get past this? Oh, well, that was easy. Along the road, came across many of these collections of water bottles, and I don't think they are emergency supplies or left behind waste. Rather, it seems to be a preventative measure to perhaps keep the road open a little bit longer in case of a forest fire. But if we're looking at the sky and the weather prediction, I don't think we'll be needing it anytime soon. Here in the back, over there on the hillside, we're catching our first glimpse of the old village of Kayaköy. But to really explore it, we have to get a little bit closer and cross this valley. Just entered the little village where people are still living, that is at the foot of the old village that is now empty, and the rain has definitely started. So what we're gonna do is look for a place and get some kebab and maybe some tea. In this village at the foothills. You can see a sign pointing us in the direction of Kayaköy, but it also has the old Greek name of the village. Apparently it used to be called Kayaky. You know it's snack time again when Max is with us. We got a fresh fig today. Different species growing here in this different part of Turkey, but this one looks very fresh. Beautiful, look at that. That's so good. Don't you agree?
Very sweet, nice.
And it's not just figs that we found. Here is an olive, and well, it looks almost ready. So let's give it a go. Oh my god, no, that is fucking horrible. My god. Yeah. Oh Max, what are those?
I don't know what they're called, but you can eat them.
Think this one's ready? Maybe a little bit?
You can try, but
on that one?
They're very dangerous, the spikes. Careful.
There's a very good one over there. Let's see if you can grab it without getting stung. I think I got it. Yes. Look at that. We're definitely gonna try this one out. Right up there you can already see the village up close. But first we're trying to march our cactus fruits to safety to try them out. Okay, so I'm going to cut open this prickly pear that we found. Cut up the top and the bottom. And then you should make one incision on the side like this, and then it should open up pretty easily. Try to get as few stingers in my hands as possible and in my mouth. And then let's try what it tastes like. I think this one is a bit out of date, unfortunately. Luckily, we have another one, a spare one, and this one was tasting a lot better actually. Look at that. That is like a mix between cucumber and a watermelon with the structure of a pomegranate. It's really lovely. You should try some, Max. I should have never made those. Okay, I should have never made those Greek kings mad by going into their tombs. The weather's dried up again a bit. I haven't. So it's good to get a move on, finish the last part, the climb up there, and explore the village a bit. Most of the village just looks like this, with a couple of walls standing with no roofs over them, a couple of chimneys still sticking out above them. Sometimes you will find a complete building like this one. Perhaps this one is still standing because it has a stone roof, so it couldn't be set on fire properly. And just behind the old grass covered chapel I found something rather spooky, and something that looks a lot older than the rest of the village. Most of the buildings in the village seem to have been built in the 19th century, but this looks really like an ancient Greek tomb. Up here you can see inscriptions in the Greek alphabet. I can't quite read it. You can see the tomb has been broken open. Would it be from the outside or from within? Anyways, inside of it you can see these surfaces on which the dead would have rested for who knows how long. Really gets you in the mood for Halloween, this, doesn't it? You can still see one of the old cobblestone streets of this town, Kayaköy. This town was abandoned 100 years ago in a population exchange. What a weird way for a place to meet its end, and what a strange kind of beauty it exhibits now. Most of the proper paths through this old village disappeared into the bush, so to make ourselves small, to fit between the branches, to climb to the top. The highest point of the village, I think this was once the city hall, perhaps. The Turkish flag now flies proudly, and it's also the place where you definitely have the best view of all the village. Just look around how big it actually was. And all these buildings, all of them lie in ruin now. There's still this church, another one with a stone roof, that's still standing. So let's go there, take a shelter for a while, because it's really raining hard at the moment. Let's see what it's like inside. Now this is some place to find shelter. The old town cathedral. We have to hop a little fence to get here, but look, the village around us, how beautiful it looks in the rain. And then look what the cathedral itself looks like and what it sounds like. Majestic, so eerie. The sound of my own footsteps and the soft sound of the rain outside. All around the church you can still find remnants of how magnificent it must have looked when it was still in operation. The blue paint up there, the mosaic down here on the floor. And you can see some remnants of the mosaic inside as well. Out here in front there's a lot of mosaic still, and down there you can see the year when the church was built in 1910. It's engraved in the floor. Even without any decoration, the nave of the church still looks so magnificent and impressive. And from every window you can see the remnants of the old Greek village. I hope you enjoyed this visit and this trip to Kayaköy. I did very much, and I hope to see you next Sunday for my next adventure, whatever that will be.